It's 12:25 on a Tuesday afternoon, right around lunchtime, as I begin this video. Real quick, I want to share with you guys, I've been over at the Flip House all morning trying to micromanage, play the GC over there, put out a couple of fires that just keep flaring up, not actual fires, but drywall and finishing work fires. I share that with you because I'm going to film this video, edit this video, and have this video uploaded today, then be back over at the Flip House this afternoon to continue micromanaging more repair work that is taking place over there. Not really trying to bore you guys with a bunch of details. Trust me, I got a vlog coming about all of this. But I share this because I really do a lot of stuff, doing a house and making videos. So a little pat on the back for myself, if you don't mind me doing so. Folks, today I want to go deep into the prisonology and share with you guys a video about the 10 best reasons, something like that. 10 reasons why you should work in a prison kitchen if you're in prison. 10 reasons why guys like working in a prison kitchen. The 10 best things about working in a prison kitchen. Not exactly sure the title, but you get the gist right there. When you're locked up and you're in prison, having a job can be good for a lot of different reasons. Most importantly, well, I don't want to go into any of that because we're going to be talking about that in this video. But one of the types of jobs that you can have, and it's oftentimes a highly sought after, I don't know what that was all about, type of employment inside of prison, the kitchen. Why? We're going to talk about that here today in this video. So with mentioning all of that, let's go ahead and let's dive. What was that, you might ask? Oh, that was me doing it for you. I went ahead and already did you the courtesy of hitting that dislike button, if you choose to do so. If not, hey, hit the like button instead. Head first up into this video. My God, Joe, I thought your channel and the damn dive scenes were dead. Never. Like Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln, never. How many walkers have you killed? Why? There's a lot of things currently right this second that are in shambles and you couldn't even tell it based upon the energy exerted thus far already in this video. We're not going to make this video super long, so let's go ahead and get into the 10 best things about working in a prison kitchen, starting with the very first thing coming in on this list. You guessed it. I mean, I can't say that on you. Prison dates. Now, if you're new here, you might be thinking to yourself, a prison date? Joe, what is you talking about? Sort of like Brokeback Mountain? Nothing like that, even though that does happen quite a bit. What I'm talking about is you and Miss Righty and her 5 friends right there, taking it upon yourself to find you a little privacy, a little nook, a little cranny up inside of a prison, anywhere you can to... This is gonna hurt so bad. My back hurts so bad. I slept wrong on my back last night. God, I could feel my brain shaking inside of my skull trying to do that. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know what a prison date is, let's bring it back. That was something that I innovated here on After Prison Show back in the day. The whole prison date reenactment scene right there. Joe, what you talking about? Dudes be up in the prison kitchen doing what? You better bet it. The nastiest of the nasty takes place up in there, including 2 guys in a cup. Yeah, in prisons and kitchens that I've worked in, you've got the prison kitchen restroom. One of the most sacred holy grails on a prison compound. The prison kitchen restroom. You know what? I'm going to save that. That's another idea. Siri, take a note. The most sacred restrooms inside of a prison. Oh, you took the note. Now, even though a prison kitchen restroom is going to be a holy grail, sacred type of a place, the irony of that is usually, well, I don't want to say it like that, but oftentimes you will see that restroom just being so disgusting. Toilet paper and fecal matter. It's just a nasty place. And you know, dudes will try to keep it clean, but oftentimes, you know, you up in that kitchen, you eating so good, and your grippers, they just explode. It's disgusting. And then dudes be handling their prison date business up inside of there as well. Now, in the prison kitchens that I've been in, there's, you know, the prison kitchen restroom, and there's often a big window where people can see right up in there. But you got to put like a little sock on the door, or a little mop ringer standing up a certain type of a way. And dudes who have been down, they know what that mop ringer upside down represents. That a dude is back in that bathroom handling his business, but if you've never been locked up before, you're just getting to this particular prison, you don't know what that mop represents, you're gonna walk by that bathroom thinking that it's open, unoccupied, and you're gonna walk by and see that was a repeat right there. I can't do that again. I am old, almost 40. Joe too old to be being a stunt double. It might sound crazy thinking about it, but having a place to handle your business, a jack shack, if you will, and knowing that there's usually one inside of a prison kitchen, is gonna be a very high incentive for getting a job up in that prison kitchen. Ew. And just think what they're gonna be doing after that, going and handling your lunch. Putting that right there up on the tray for you. Wouldn't be right if we didn't include the obvious, coming in at number 2, eating. Dudes ain't making no commissary for real. A lot of dudes aren't, especially dudes who work in the kitchen. And just having the opportunity to be able to do the snatch and grab and get your hands on whatever it is, the brake pad, the cow tongue, the mystery meat, the meat rock, it don't matter. Yo, dibs. I just turned this top 10 into a mukbang. Eating, definitely a big reason to work up in the kitchen. And you know, it's common knowledge that if you get a job up inside of the kitchen, you might not have to eat those previously mentioned items. And maybe you might get a chance to eat you what's considered staff dining food. The real deal chicken patties, the spicy chicken sandwich, the shit that'll rival that of even a Popeyes, bars. Getting your hands on what the staff is eating, definitely a reason to get you a job washing dishes. Siri, take a note. The real deal prison food chain in a prison kitchen, meaning jobs in order from lowest on the totem pole to highest. And note. That's right, Siri. If you don't get the opportunity to eat, what's the point? Because in prison, most of the time, you're going to be starving. Coming in at number 3, you're getting paid. It's a job. It's an opportunity for you to get a little state check, whether you are in a prison kitchen job that's on the lowest of the totem pole standards, like washing dishes. You know, that job might start out at 27 cents an hour, might even start out less than that, maybe 17. Good God. But at least that's an extra 15 or 40 or 50 bucks a month for you, upwards of that. I think as a cook or a staff dining prison worker, you know, you can make 45, maybe 55 cents an hour. 55 might be pushing it here in the state of Virginia. Those are the numbers, but it's usually 45 cents top pay. I think cooks make 35 cents an hour, and your higher sought after positions like staff dining, cook, dry storage, produce or freezer workers, they're gonna make like 35, maybe 45 cents an hour. I had a really good prison kitchen job one time. I worked in a produce cooler. I was in charge of all the bananas and other fruit items that had to be chopped up, so prisoners wouldn't stick them up there. I'm kidding. Oh God, that was graphic. No, I worked in the prison produce, and you know, I would catch dudes up in my cooler like little gerbils. Yo, what you doing in here? This is a holy sacred grail of a prison kitchen place. You can't be doing that up in here. I gotta keep this clean. Is you gonna clean up them crumbs? Are you gonna? No. Get up out of here before I tell on you. I'm kidding about the telling part. Working in that produce cooler though, that was a pretty boss job. Number 4 on this list is being able to steal things. You know, you go get a job up in the prison kitchen, and yeah, they ain't paying you so well, but you could steal for it. You can make it up on the back end with the things that you're stealing and smuggling up out of that kitchen. And the thievery and the stealing rings, like the underbelly, what's the way I'm trying to word this? Like, you got like whole organization. You know, from the top of the food chain, who's El Pablo? You know, who's the dude who's got the 50-pound sack of potatoes coming out through the dish room tray slot. And you might be thinking to yourself, Joe, a 50-pound sack of potatoes? No bullshit. I know a dude who got knocked off trying to steal a whole bag of spuds. Was it worth it? Losing good time behind that? That's a theft charge. Might even be a street charge. Oh, you stealing? Don't get caught. Then they're going to try to interrogate you and ask you, well, who'd you get it from? Call them. Just make one more deal. Can you imagine a controlled buy in a prison kitchen? Hey, you got any more of those potatoes, abracadabra? The what? What the abracadabra? What you a David Blaine now? Stealing is a huge part of any prison kitchen job opportunity. It just really is. You're gonna have the guys who get it, the guys who mule it, the guys who chop it up and stretch it and sell it. It's a pretty intricate operation sometimes. Other times it's just snatch and grab, stick it down your pants right next to your and bring it back and try to sell it. Hey, yo, I got onions for sale for $2. Hey, why does onion got a bunch of curly hairs all over it? Ugh. Number 5. Fraternizing with staff. You know, some guys will get a job up in the prison kitchen because it's almost like playing house to a certain degree. Like a fairy tale, I guess is a better way to put it. Yo, I'm gonna go get me a job up in the kitchen. I'm gonna try to holler at Miss Boone. Yeah, Miss Boone's farm. That bitch alcoholic. But yo, I heard she a wood watcher, like a woodpecker. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go get me a job up in there and holler at Miss Boone's farm, old Mad Dog 2020 ass. And yo, we gonna live happily ever after while I do the rest of this life sentence. It may sound crazy to you, but no bullshit, it happens. Like dudes get the opportunity to fraternize with staff working up in that kitchen. You just never know. You don't know. It could be you. I don't want to say you'll be doing life, but leave a dislike on this video and see what happens. I'm kidding. Don't take that so wow, Joe, what? I remember one time, dude got caught up in dry storage, knocking the dust off of something. And I think that something was married to a guard, like it was a real messy situation, but it happens. Love can blossom anywhere, including, especially, and not excluding, a prison kitchen. Number 6 may not seem like all that much, but it's just another, small perk of working up inside of a prison kitchen, and that is having access to pretty much the entire prison population and compound. I mean, let's just say hypothetically, you've got a beef with a dude that you have not been able to get at. Well, getting a job up inside of the prison kitchen might give you the access that you are trying to get. Now, mentioning that, I want to share with you something pretty crazy, and that was back in my earlier days, 2002, I believe is when it was, when these guys were going to trial. Malvo and Muhammad, the 2 DC snipers. Well, Malvo ended up getting brought to Chesapeake City Jail while I was in the jail. His trial was held there, even though his crime didn't take place anywhere near there. They had a change of venue. Not only was that one of the craziest times, that I was locked up when this dude was in the jail, but I was also working in the kitchen during this time. I was a trustee. We were not allowed to touch his food at all. We were not allowed to make it. His food his tray specifically had to be made by a staff member. They thought we would try to poison him or something or that was the fear. A super high profile prisoner, the highest profile prisoner I had ever been locked up with. We had nationwide news organizations like CNN and Fox News, all these news organizations outside. We could see him outside the window. So they weren't going to let nothing happen to that dude. But getting back on topic here, having access to all of the prisoners is just another perk. Maybe you got a homeboy who's on the other side of the yard that you don't get a chance to see. You'll see him coming through the chow hall. Hey, yo, what's going on, Dookie Stain? Hey, I ain't seen you in forever. You going home tomorrow, but you had life. How you do that? Oh, you told. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Number 7 on this list, interacting with not just staff, but the guards and building certain relationships with them. Now, there's this urban legend, and I know this ain't an urban legend at every prison. At the higher level prisons, I'm quite certain you best not be fraternizing with guards or even talking to them at all, because you're going to be thought to be snitching, passing notes, checking in, something along them lines. But when you work in a prison kitchen and then you get the opportunity, or if you get the opportunity to work in the staff dining, you get a certain rapport with guards. And that rapport can be built with the worst of the worst guards. Maybe a guard comes in and you make them something special. They've got spicy chicken sandwiches, but this guy's got ulcers. So you make him a nice little BLT instead. When it comes to staff dining and what goes on in there in terms of what a guard wants and what a guard gets, it's pretty much whatever they want. And when you're the prisoner who's hooking that up for them, you build that little rapport. So maybe there's a shakedown or, a chance where you could have otherwise got a charge for something. Well, maybe you don't, because you get an opportunity to kind of bond and kick it with guards. Let's just leave it at guards, not staff. This is totally different from the fraternizing thing. I know it sounds crazy, but it definitely happens. And then this, remember how I mentioned stealing things, it's a pretty intricate organization. Well, sometimes you need a staff member to look the other way because they're searching you when you're coming out of the kitchen, Joe Kashi. So if you're hooking it up with the BLTs for the guard that don't eat the spicy chicken sandwiches because he's got the ulcers, and you like, hey, Officer Steel Reserve, I need you to turn around real quick. I got 40 spicy chicken sandwiches strapped to my butt cheeks. I got to get up out of this kitchen. That's how that's going to work. I said Joe Kashi, but that's just the politics in prison. Somebody's got to be cool with the guards. Somebody does, because ain't shit moving without a cool CO. Number 8 on this list, pretty mundane, but damn, it's real. Passing the time. Just getting a job in the prison kitchen is going to help you to keep your mind off of your girl and Jody number 10. I've actually got a new song. I got the title of the song. I just got to get it worked out. But it's about Jody number 10 and where he's taking your girl to, and that's Pound Town. Dun, 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 dun. Pound Town. Jody number... Yeah, Pound Town. Passing the time. You ever seen a dude in prison working in the tray room slinging them trays so damn fast and mad like he's a fastball baseball pitcher? He done got him some bad news trying to get his mind off it working his dinner shift. That goes with anything, any hobby, any extracurricular activity you may have while locked up, going to school, trade school, programming, or working. Being able to pass the time is something you're going to have to do, whether you're going home in a year, 6 months, or never going home. Matter of fact, mentioning never going home, a guy that I knew who ended up getting 200 plus years, Google. We've talked about him before. He's been a sporadic pen pal of mine. Actually engaged to be married. Shout out to Google. Through AfterPrisonShow, he found the fiance, so that's a really interesting and awesome thing. But Google works in a prison kitchen at a level 4-5 prison. Passing the time, keeping your mind off of the time. Number 9 on this list, just like getting a chance to interact and see all of the other prisoners, this is the one that I had to chop up, is hearing and seeing all of the crazy stuff that goes down. Yo, did you hear what happened on the other side of the compound? Yo, dude got beat down by a seagull. Yeah, for real. He was tripping out on the Waka Flocka, and a seagull beat him up. And then you'll see fights. Oh my God, the Chow Hall, what the world? It's like a WWE pay-per-view event. I mean, it truly is. Dudes will get mopped up with the mop ringer up in the Chow Hall. I'll never forget when I first got to Indian Creek, one of the first fights that I saw there, this was so crazy to me. In the Chow Hall, the fight actually took place in the kitchen. We got these huge plexiglass windows you can see from the Chow Hall into the kitchen area where the prisoners are working at. You got a prison guard standing there right by the tray slot where the food's coming out, and 2 dudes got the knucking right back there through the windows. We could see it. The guard did not have a key to get through the door. The door was right there. This dumbass tried to go sliding through the chuck hole and got stuck. I drew a cartoon about this, but I don't have that cartoon no more. Yo, these dudes were fighting and this guard was stuck in the chuck hole. It was the funniest shit. One of the funniest damn things I ever saw being locked up. Crazy. But you're going to see and hear a whole hell of a lot working up inside of a prison kitchen. Folks, we've come to the final thing on this list. I hope I was able to fly through this pretty quickly and make this quite enjoyable. And if I did so, I'd like to encourage each and every one of y'all to please leave a like and a comment on this. It would mean a hell of a lot to me. And I hope that's just a small ask. So again, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on this. But the final thing to make this list in terms of the 10 best reasons why you should work in a prison kitchen or why guys do is because I don't remember. I got to consult my notes. How could I forget that one? Even on lockdown, you still got the opportunity to get out and go to work. And you don't know how valuable, how important working in a prison kitchen during a lockdown is. When they're shaking down building by building. They might not get to your building today, but they might have done building 1 already. And you got that Buttman magazine that's worth an American Express black card in prison. The sky is the limit. You got miles on that magazine. That magazine is priceless. Building 1's already been shook down. You haven't. You're worried about losing that magazine. You got kitchen workers who got to go to work. They can't be locked down. Somebody got to make the food. You send that magazine through that kitchen worker down to building 1. That magazine will be safe. You might have to pay a little tax to have that car kept in a garage. If you get my drift, it kind of sounds like can't say that on YouTube. Even on a lockdown, still got the opportunity to get out. Now, it's not a guarantee. In some cases, it'll be the staff making the food, but it's a decent little perk, decent little incentive. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment on this, letting me know exactly what you thought about this. And as always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world, never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. That also was a repeat. Again, my back and my neck, now my neck's starting to get tight. Peace!